Hello, everyone. When I received the email with the invitation to be a speaker in today's TEDx event, my first thought was, okay, no way, I can do that. I'm not a speaker, not used to speak in front of people or camera, and worst of all, I don't even have a topic to talk about. And then I was thinking and paused a moment and thought, hey, wait a minute, isn't this exactly your topic? Fear, anxiety. Well, pandemic or in times of no pandemic, we all know what it's like to have fear or anxiety in very different aspects of life. Can we avoid it completely? I don't think so, because it's part of our human nature. And I think fear even has a value, because it shows us exactly the spots of personal growth. So for me, fear on the one hand is a big enemy, and on the other hand, it's our best friend. So how is it possible to build a bridge between those two? Although I'm often considered as this tough, fearless woman climbing mountains and quitting the job and starting her own business, I have to admit that fear also is my constant companion. But I realized that fear is it what pushed me to who I am today and where I am today. So, in this talk, I want to share 3 moments of my life which had a lasting impact on me. The first story is about the fear of falling. A couple of summers ago, my friends and me, we went to the Swiss Alps for climbing, and we wanted to climb the famous Fiamma. We saw the pictures in magazines, and the passion to climb it led us there. It's a beautiful needle, solid rock, perfect granite, not too hard to climb. When I arrived at the bottom, I looked up and I was thinking, oh my God, I'm terrified and I'm excited at the same time. I'm not a professional climber, and worst, I really have fear of falling, which is not a good thing for a climber at all. Well, then my friends suggested that I should go to climb first. And thoughts were running through my head. Okay, I would love to, but what if I can't do it? What if I fall? What if I panic? Well, okay, if I fall, I'm not gonna die because I have a rope. And then I was thinking, okay, but what if I don't fall? What if it works out? Wouldn't it be beautiful? I was struggling with my inner voices. I was close to say, hey guys, I'm not ready, I'm not gonna do it. Would be the easy way. On the other hand, I felt that the fear wanted to show me something, and then I decided to follow my fear. When I started climbing, I searched for the first bolt, and then the second one, I was still very anxious. So slowly I balanced up my way, and I started to feel more and more confident. I didn't have another choice than trusting in my climbing shoes. And because the granite was really smooth and there weren't a lot of grips, so it was hard to find the rest place. When I reached the upper edge, high above the valley, it was extremely exposed. And I knew, okay, I needed to step on the other side. To me, it felt really slippery. And I knew, okay, that's the point of no return. So I just had to start that I could do it. When I reached the top, I felt incredible. Not primarily because I climbed the Fiamma, and I got like a really nice picture my friends took, but because the initial fear brought me an intense moment of joy and happiness. I once read the sentence, if it scares you, it might be a good thing. It might be a good thing to try. In this moment, I completely understood its meaning. The second story is about fear of talking about feelings. A couple of winters ago, I met a friend in the mountains. We went on a ski tour. It had recently snowed before, so we knew, okay, avalanche risk, we have to pay attention. So we picked a tour, a small one, no risk, we thought. Well, when we started heading up a steeper slope, I started suddenly to get an odd feeling. I realized that it was fear, but I couldn't explain why and what it was. I couldn't explain it, and I felt stupid to talk and tell my friend about it, because maybe I was scared to not be understood. So when we continued higher up, we stopped to discuss, okay, which way up would be the best way. I was still absorbed in thoughts, should I tell her or not, when she suddenly yelled, "Uli, oh my God." It took me like a second to realize what was going on. But suddenly, the whole slope was moving downwards, and we were right in the middle. In theory, I knew a lot about avalanches, but never in my dream I thought that I would come that close one day. So, we were caught by the snow masses and torn down the entire slope, incapable of doing anything. I can't tell how long it took because I had a short blackout. Suddenly it was very quiet. I looked up and saw my friend. She was alive, both of us. But we knew we were extremely lucky because this situation could have turned out quite bad. Also, we survived this situation, this experience kept me concerning for a long time. On this day, I wasn't able to build a bridge between me and my friend. I failed to communicate, and this concerned me. Okay, but did I fail? Well, on this day, I really learned an important lesson. Talking to each other, especially about thoughts and feelings, is really essential. Asking questions like, hey, how are you? What do you think about this situation? How do you feel? What do you think about me? What do you think about us? Seem to be simple questions. And sometimes we just don't ask them because we might be afraid to get an answer we don't want to hear, or simply we think it's not important. But it is. Because it can change lives and it makes relationships stronger. Because you really get the clarity out of the conversation. For me, I learned that the greater the fear a sense before a conversation, the greater the possible aha moment. The third story. In December 2000, in December 2013, I quit my job in a good company because the plan was to start our own consulting business, my colleague and me. We really didn't have a detailed business plan yet, but a great passion and vision. And I was sure together we could do it. Only 2 months later, in February, things turned around completely. So what happened? My dad, who suffered from cancer, became sicker and sicker. And I found myself torn between seeing my family and supporting with the care of my dad, working on the business plan, and also spending time in the mountains, which is so essential for me in a physical and mental way. Soon I realized that I couldn't handle everything at the same time and to the extent I wanted to. My business partner turned frustrated. And one night she called and proposed to cancel our business plans before it had even started. This decision hit me like a brick on my head because I realized, okay, old job is gone, new business partner is gone, financial bank account, not a lot of savings. Okay, this is getting serious. So I really felt fear. And I saw me confronted with topics like never before in my life. I didn't really know what to do, and the most obvious solution was to just run away and to give up. And then the fear whispered, okay, Uli, that's way too big for you. You cannot do it. You're not going to be able to run your own business. Better you apply for a new job and get the security again. Well, this situation led me to a moment which I would call an emotional breakdown. I took off a couple of weeks. In that time, my dad passed away, and I knew, okay, now it's time to decide. So I listened to my fear, and I tried to analyze. Have I really tried hard? Have I really failed so many times that I have to admit it's worthless? Is my fear really right that I cannot do it and start my own business? And the answer was no, 3 times. And I knew the only thing that would keep me going was to build a bridge between the fear by remembering my initial dreams and vision I had. So why should I give up before I've even tried? Today, I can look back at almost 3 successful years. Of course, there were personal struggles like the death of my dad, then in the second year, the pandemic, interpersonal ups and downs. Okay. So I was confronted with fear, of course, a couple of times, but I learned the greater the fear, the higher the potential to find new ideas, to acquire new capabilities, and to reinvent yourself, basically. I don't believe that we can get rid of fear completely in our lives, and I don't even believe that's necessary. To me, it even has an important value. The art is to build a bridge over it and never lose faith that what you will find on the other hand, on the other side, is a benefit to you. It may not always be the joy or success or instant love you wish to find. And sometimes you will also fall. But it will definitely make you grow and get stronger and learn something about yourself and the people around you. You don't have to be a climber, nor a skier, nor start your own business. You can just start with small situations in life you may have walked away or run away from and jump right into it. Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "Always do what you're afraid to do." So my last question to all of you is, what do you fear? Thank you very much.